Okay, let's just get this off the record. So, cardinals are verbs, fixed are nouns, and mutables are adjectives slash adverbs. In the sense that cardinals are all about action. They are the doing signs. And so, what is an action? What is something to be done? It is a verb. Fixed are all about
Being.
yeah. How would you explain that? You'd be better to explain that.
Fixed, we're all about being. We're all about whatever is the vibe, whatever is the essence of us. Like Scorpio, their being is transformation. So they're always trying to go inwards, and they're whatever is going on outside in the world, they're observing it from inwards. Leos we're just exuding light. You know what I'm saying? We're not trying to do anything but be this thing that brings light.
Because it's a luminary.
Taurus, they're just trying to chill, have tap into their senses.
Senses, they love valuable things. They love things, and value doesn't even have to come from the outside. Value can come from inside, but things that are placed at a general value are also things that Taurus just genuinely appreciate, for sure.
Just being in luxury, being in good finances,
being in good health too. Big for Taurus. Taurus are often very healthy, despite the notion that they're actually lazy. I think what it's let's not get too deep into Taurus.
I think it's because they just like being in their own time too.
They do, and it's also like the enjoyment of the physical is different. It's experienced different, and it's desired in different ways for each Taurus, because some desired the fixedness, the physical nature of being good, like living right, eating right, doing things in the right way.
Because they feel it so deeply.
Exactly. Some of them love working out because they love that physical aspect. Like when you look at The Rock as a Taurus, and it makes sense because he is The Rock. Like, so it's like.
And I have a friend who's a Taurus. He's really good with everything. Like, he's such a chill person. He's just trying to whenever we hang out, and he's always trying to hang out. He's just trying to like freaking go to the movies. You know what I'm saying? Go eat. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't even smoke. You know what I'm saying? He just works.
Yeah, it's like so weird. But then some Taurus, I'm sure it's Taurus. Some Taurus love to smoke. Like Snoop Dogg is Taurus.
Yeah.
He gives me heavy Taurus. Like, he's a Taurus.
He's either Taurus or Leo. Gotta be some sort of fixed.
Or a Gemini. Because he's a musician, right?
But yeah, fuck it. And then there's Aquarius that is being anew. If Leo is trying to bring the light, Aquarius is trying to see what is beyond the light. You know what I'm saying? And they're being that. You know what I'm saying?
New. Also, I don't know. I feel like it's so weird. I feel like we have slightly different approaches to like how we identify Aquarius, and it makes sense. Obviously, you know Aquarius more than me, but it's like I always identify Aquarius as this refiner. They are trying to always get to that, and I think that directly relates with like Saturn in the structure, because Capricorn is the establisher, right? While Aquarius is that refiner. And it's eventually through enough of that Aquarius energy, through the whole progression of that, you eventually get to the dissolution, which is Pisces.
Which is Pisces. And that makes sense. That's the verb trying to refine, and then Aquarius being the refined in the noun, and then Pisces seeing that refined and being like, okay, there's some things you can add on to it. There's some levels that you don't even see.
There's that, and then it's also, it's like eventually you come right back to the bottom with it as well, where they understand that really the highest self is actually the thing, the self that is within all of us. God it for us.
That has been refined, but then like released.
Exactly. Or even encapsulated within that which is refined, but regardless is always there, right?
It's very confusing to talk about Pisces, but that's the point. Next thing, the adjectives.
Yeah, exactly. Adjectives.
You can't describe an adjective because they are the describer.
They're the describer, and then also like they are. It's with. That's where you get something like Virgo, where you have this idea of the perfection of self, right? It's not a fixed sign. It's mutable, meaning that they're always under some type of, Mercury. They're in tune with the analysis and
The
the
steady
details.
process of something moving,
Exactly,
changing.
exactly. Because virginity is, despite it being something that is thought to be like you have from birth and then you can lose it, but virginity is in the Virgo sense is almost like it's something that can constantly be
Maintain.
exactly maintained, aligned with, even,
Mm.
you know, to become that.
And it's interesting because, like, how are they not a fixed sign? Because everything they represent, but it's like they
That's-
see the next level.
That is exactly why they're adjectives and adverbs, because the basis of them is that fixed nature, but the expression of them is the mutable. So
They have a lot of forgiveness and a lot of space for change.
that, but
Where
also
people don't even
yeah.
realize that's something I just took in this second. Nobody really realized how much space Virgos open up for change, because the way they present it, because they're Earth, they present themselves like, oh, this is the thing. Like, if you are not doing this, there's something wrong. Like, I'm critiquing you on this because this is the problem, and that's
Yeah.
how everyone sees it. But
Yeah.
really, they're just trying to help. Like, they see a solution, something that can be changed. You know what I'm saying? And
How
they're just
something
trying
can
to
be
add.
bettered. Exactly. Exactly. And that is the whole point of why they're mutables and why mutables come last, because mutables are take the foundation, and they they interact with it. It's literally the mutability, the mutation of that fixedness that was put in place by the
The now
cardinal.
prior.
The cardinal puts it in place. The fix maintains that place, and then the mutable adjusts that place, right? And create the opening for new things to be created, which is I get that whole cycle there.
That's why people call Gemini so crazy, because people call Leo's or Taurus is so lazy. It's like, fuck, if y'all call me fucking lazy in my last essence, last being, fuck, I guess I'm gonna have to do everything now.
Exactly. they exist within. It's so interesting, right? Because they're the third sign, but there's two of them. And oh my gosh, I love
Right.
talking to you, brother. But it's a third sign, but there's two of them, and that is again that whole kind of like the place of the two is Taurus, and so they take that,
And now they're the mirror.
and they become that they adject it, they adverb it, they become more to it, which is such a beautiful thing. I'm so grateful for being able to understand that.
And I love that when you look at it like that, because then you understand the essence of why Sagittarius is such a powerful sign, because Scorpio in itself is such a powerful sign.
Exactly. Think about it like this, right? Pisces or Sagittarius is about that archer. It's the arrow that flies off, right? Well, what's that energy that comes before it? It's that pulling. That pulling. That's the Scorpio.
It's the
that
drawing
pulls
inwards.
back, draws in before releasing it, and the Sagittarius flies off with that pulled in energy.
All that drawing inwards from Scorpio. That's why they're the phoenix. You know what I'm saying? Because then they become that fire that
rebirth.
Sagittarius can shoot.
It's real. That rebirth is real. That's what's so nice about this stuff.
And it makes even deeper sense, because that's why Scorpios are so intentful, and they're so like, they analyze everything to the tiniest detail. They're very particular and exact.
And why?
It goes to Archer needs to be exact.
And then, but even go before that though, because that's what it leads to. But what does it come from? It comes from that Libra, that understanding of balances,
and of what is mine and what is yours.
Which is why Scorpio is also said to rule other people's possessions, right? When you look at it within the charts, but I don't know shit about the charts.
In the houses, it makes
Hold on, look,
sense.
you gonna pause it just because it's like, fuck, man's are gonna be going on for a while. But we got the main